Habari yako ma Africa, asante kwa kutazama King Said So. Today I've got quite a few news to share with you guys, starting with the MK political party, their press briefing, beautiful press briefing where they told us that on the 15th of December, they will be celebrating their first year anniversary. So many things that they said in that press briefing, so many answers that so many questions that they answered. And one thing that impressed me was that their constitution that will be uploaded on their website will be translated into all 11 official languages in South Africa, or let's say 12 official languages in South Africa. So nobody will claim to say, I don't understand quite this word in the constitution. It will be translated in your language. I'm so excited to be reading it in all languages. I will definitely be waiting for that. Another thing is that the MK political party is trying to get a deal where they work with the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal to dethrone this confusion of unhealthy marriage of the IFP, the DA, and the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. And remember, the ANC has announced that Fikile Mbalula has said, listen, we are trying to disbundle or to strengthen KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. I thought they are doing that because they want to deal with Panyaza in Gauteng, but it looks like in a very short space, the ANC will be looking to reinforce KwaZulu-Natal leadership and the Gauteng leadership. Also, the electricity meter box nonsense is out of control right now. I wonder why is it that Eskom cannot help our old people. They waited until last minute to do this. They knew since 1993 or since 1994, since they took power, that they need to do this. And now in the past 6 months, they expect everything to go smooth. Now our old grannies are queuing up without any help there. I mean, this is South Africa, really. Our government is always caught napping. Another issue, I saw a video where Floyd Shivambu, when attending this press briefing, looked like he had his Mshiniwamu with him. So people are asking, is there a need for politicians to arm themselves? I mean, they've got bodyguards, obviously, and all of that. But when they meet with the public, is there really a need for a public representative or a politician, for that matter, to carry his firearm into a gathering with people? What is the fear? I don't know, Buffett. But that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Let's talk about that and much more. Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy. Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono Ngwane, and we're back at it again with another one. This time around, I'm breaking down quite a few stories for you guys. Let's start again with that MK political party. They pressing the right button, man. The MK political party, jealous down. You have to, somewhat appreciate the level of organization. It's not yet at the level of EFF, but they are coming there because the standard the EFF does with their events and everything. Sometimes even the ANC, like it's so organized, everything is just well put together, and the MK political party is doing that. Quite a few announcements made here. I will break down the whole press conference for you guys maybe tomorrow or in 2 days when I get time. But right now, I just want to get into the announcement of the 15th December and the other events building up to that event. Let's quickly listen to what the Secretary General of the MK political party said.
And then the main program, the main celebratory program of Umkhonto weSizwe will be a public rally which is going to be held on Sunday, the 15th of December 2024, here in Moses Mabhida Stadium, Durban, eThekwini region, in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. So the main rally of Mkhonto Wesizwe's first anniversary program will be here in Moses Mabhida Stadium and will be addressed by our Commander General, President Jacob Zuma. So we chose the region of eThekwini because numerically it contributed the largest number of votes to the votes that overall Mkhonto Wesizwe received in the 2024 general elections. More than 600,000 people here in the city of eThekwini voted for Mkhonto Wesizwe, and the second party after Mkhonto Wesizwe received less than 200,000 votes. So we invite the people of KwaZulu-Natal, the people of South Africa, all ground forces, members of Mkhonto Wesizwe to come in their numbers to celebrate and mark the first anniversary of Mkhonto Wesizwe, which will take place on Sunday, the 15th of December, 2024.
So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll break down really this whole press conference. It's about an hour long or a little bit over that, so I can give it my full attention. But for now, I want to talk about this issue of them, announcing that they're going to have a head office in Johannesburg and another head office in eThekwini. I mean, this is brilliant. People were attacking the MK political party when it was 3 months, 4 months. They say, how can you guys even vote for a party that does not even have a head office? Where is their office? It was a joke during election, and the MK political party supporters, they did not know how to answer that. And I told them, this party is not even a year old. They will do things properly once after the election, after they understand where they stand with South African. And I'm so happy to see that they are getting their head office. Their constitution will be publicly endorsed so that we can read it and scrutinize the constitution. That will be available in all languages. When you speak about Pan-Africanism, when you speak about valuing traditional leaders, this is what I want to hear. This is what I want to hear. I want to hear, you considering other people's languages in your political party. And that is very important for the MK political party that is being dubbed as a tribal party, a Zulu party and everything like that. So if they want to grow in areas, especially in Limpopo, if they want to grow especially in Northwest and Mpumalanga, look, you have to focus on other people's languages. I think this is a great move. You guys will tell me what you think about that on the comment section. Another thing, building up to the 15th of December, I wish that these political parties can think out of their normal way of doing these gatherings. I'm talking about the gathering, speech, and gala dinner. Almost all political parties have not changed that format of putting people together. I did say when the EFF went to Moses Mabhida, I said, listen, why don't you do something like an employment desk where companies that need cleaners, construction workers, accountants, lawyers that have got jobs, you tell them, please reserve your jobs for our supporters on that day. So people, they will send their CVs or they will come with their CVs, and there will be a few hours where people can go and say, listen, I am King, I have studied marketing, here is my qualification, I heard that you are looking for a marketing manager and whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't given it a thought, a deeper thought. I know if I can give it a thought, I'll be able to think about something outside the normal, let's meet, here's the speech, here's the music, for those who are donating, here's the gala dinner, let's go. So I hope that you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm very interested in this issue of the MK saying that they will take KwaZulu-Natal back before the budget of 2025 is released. This is very interesting. How are they going to take KwaZulu-Natal back? Because they really would need the ANC and the NFP or whatever to take, these powers from Gogozilla and this useless sellout party called the IFP.
it means he's agitated already. The truth is, the people of KwaZulu-Natal made their choice. And their choice is MK Party. It's overwhelmingly clear. And it will be irresponsible of MK Party leadership not to fight to defend the votes and the democratic decision and the choice made by the people of KwaZulu-Natal. So we will agitate and we will mobilize people of KwaZulu-Natal who voted for MK Party to help install MK Party as a legitimate government to govern KwaZulu-Natal. The numbers we are talking about, the numbers are there, it's 45%, and we would use that 45% to remove the IFP-DA government with the help of the ANC and the National Freedom Party. As to who's going to vote with MK Party, you will see that, but the clear intention is that the stealing of public funds that is happening now must be the last budget they are able to steal. The new budget comes on the 1st of April, and MK Party by that time should be presiding over the government of KwaZulu-Natal.
None of us could really explain what happened in KwaZulu-Natal. It was quite clear that Jacob Zuma won the elections. We continuously told you guys that there is some rigging. I know that the party has withdrawn strategically the case against the ANC, and I think they've reinstated it. There's so many confusion. There's no clear information as to what is happening with that vote rigging, 9 million votes that were missing and everything. But even if it's not 9 million, but we know, KZN was won by the MK political party. That 45% is just yes, I don't know. So it is good that the ANC and the MK political party will be sitting. We know that the ANC, they were scared. You remember they had that press briefing, but they were scared to announce, because in a press briefing, they only, were talking about how unhappy they are with some of the one MEC of the IFP, and also how unhappy they are with the Democratic Alliance. So it is something that is in their mind to say, we will show the Democratic Alliance that their arrogance and their racism in KwaZulu-Natal is not going to work. It will be a good move for the MK political party to work with the ANC, because they might have coalitions where they run 4 to 5 provinces. Province number 1, Northern Cape. You remember in the ANC got 49% in Northern Cape. They needed 2% to go over that 50 plus 1%, and they went with the Freedom Front Plus. Imagine in Northern Cape. So Mpumalanga, Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal. If the ANC entertains this thing, and it looks like they are entertaining it, they might work well, beyond, life beyond Cyril Ramaphosa, because the ANC has to think about life beyond Cyril Ramaphosa. It's maybe I should make a video separate about the life beyond Cyril Ramaphosa, or just the ANC need to think about that and look at their options that they have. But we heard that Fikile Mbalula said, listen, we need to reinforce what is happening there in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng.
Comrades, I'm very excited. Our organization is enthused. When President launched, many comrades called. When we finished our meeting, when we launched it here, Comrade Fabian Pesan, comrades were very happy that now we see the direction. Comrades, we are going to build the ANC. It's going to be strong, and we will come back. And we will have to take certain decisions about certain provinces to build them. It's not disbandment. In actual terms of Kriti province, it's not disbandment. Uyiqinisa nje. Ukwi provinces funa uqiniswa niyavuma. Yeah, zifuna uqiniswa, zi strengthen.
If if characters like Abu Fikile Mbalula, Abu Panyaza, Abu TK, Abu Paul Mashatila, all of these people who have ambitions to continue with their political career in the ANC, they have to think about life beyond Cyril Ramaphosa. You know, the only reason that the ANC is not working with Cyril Ramaphosa is because, with the MK political party, is because of this issue of Jacob Zuma and Cyril Ramaphosa. Cyril Ramaphosa blames completely, Jacob Zuma blames completely Cyril Ramaphosa for his arrest. Cyril Ramaphosa, with this white monopoly capitalist faction in the ANC, are blaming, they're pushing this narrative of 9 wasted years. So it is that type of a sticky situation. But if they are clever, if the ANC wants to continue in this trajectory of losing power but still remaining in power, they have to work with the MK. They're going to benefit, like I said, in Mpumalanga. They're definitely going to benefit in Gauteng, and they're definitely going to benefit in KwaZulu-Natal. Maybe the MK political party after the local election will not need but in the ANC or any other political party for that matter. But I'm telling you, the ANC need to think about that. Free State, Northern Cape, Northwest, they need to think about a strategic partnership where they have a working relationship with the MK political party, also envisioning that thing. Cyril Ramaphosa, when you are gone, we don't need this enemy. Hey, and I'll be one of those people who's happy to see our African brothers work together, because I just want to see African political parties uniting and giving people service delivery and improving people's lives. That's all I'm all about. Let's go back to Northwest there in Klerksdorp, where our brothers are stuck underneath the ground, and now they are saying no, medication must be sent there. Specifically, ARVs must be sent down the ground. How, Buffett? Niphuza nama-ARV lapho ngaphansi ziyakhala musilapho.
Antiretrovirals are not Panado. They are not over-the-counter medication. They go from one patient, from a doctor to a patient or a nurse to a patient, following particular policies and standards. But after an encounter with such a doctor, they are not just distributed like food or like water or like vitamins. So that's exactly what I was discussing with the minister.
Yeah, and from that discussion, what's your final analysis around what is required? Because during the press briefing that was held earlier this week, the Deputy Police Commissioner had indicated that the ARVs will indeed be sent down.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how she's going to do that, because who do you send ARVs to, Elvis? As I'm saying, for you to get any medication, especially like ARVs, a doctor ought to have examined you and prescribed them. Under whose name will the ARVs come out? Where will they come out from? What will they be treating? Because we don't know the diagnosis of anybody. But if that person has not been seen by a doctor, has not been examined, is just calling for retrovirals themselves, that will be wrong legally, because you can't just call for any medication without a doctor having examined you or without a doctor having prescribed such a medication.
Yeah. So the state in its case before the court is arguing that the mine workers or the illegal mine workers are not trapped, but they are evading arrest. With that in mind, what is the risk for an HIV positive patient if they do not get their chronic medication?
Well, any patient, not HIV patient, any patient who doesn't get medication will demise. There's no question about that, depending on the state of illness.
Yeah, you guys know that I stand with my Zamazama brothers and brothers who are under the ground. I've always said that the biggest Zamazamas are white monopoly capitalists. But now you are becoming unreasonable, my brothers. If you need serious medical attention, Puman lapho bafethu. Puman lapho. Puman bafethu. Itswangamo liska. I know this issue of you rather, die than not be able to supply for your family and spend maybe the whole of December in prison and maybe the entire January also. God knows how many of them are going to be arrested and what is going to happen in terms of the cells and everything. It's just going to be a disaster. I'm not even sure that our correctional service is able. The numbers were reported above 4,000 people. I don't think the numbers are quite there according to other reports that I've seen. But if our brothers are indeed in need of ARVs and everything, they cannot expect the South African government beyond just leaving them there to now provide, this is not like food and water. This ARVs, if you are terminally ill, puman lapho bafethu, come and face the music outside. This issue of our African brothers mining must be sorted and be looked at in a different way by our government, because it's not going to help. But I just wanted to say that I'm not in favor of now medication going down and everything. Let these people, those who are sick, because abanye, they are in a form of a protest sitting there, and that form of a protest, in a way, I'm supporting it, because I'm saying even these white companies, they gave themselves mining rights in our land. They stole our minerals for years until they almost depleted them, and then they left our countries, and our brothers are just fighting for the little of those those little minerals that are left there to make ends meet. And the Zamazama is a big business. Some of them are funded by some of these tycoons there. They take serious machineries underneath the ground, some of them working with politicians. You'll never know what is going on there, but they are well funded, some of them. So they will stay there underground as long as they can, and some of them are going to unfortunately be unalive. It is a decision that they have made. So I'm supporting the decision, but when the decision leads them to to go meet their maker, it is the decision that they made. You cannot be underground and say, please send me Panados, please send me ARVs. No, that is now being unreasonable. Let's quickly listen to Ugogo, our Gogo wetu wesilungu. This issue there in Soweto, this issue of Eskom and people of meter boxes must be reset. I hope you guys are going to reset your meter box, because our government does not care about you. You will run and you will take your meter box out with your fridge, the food rotting in your fridge, if you don't reset your meter box. I think it's quite a simple way of resetting it. I did it some time ago, I think 2 or 3 months ago. But the government cannot expect that everyone can be so fast and everything. But I want to listen to Ugogo Wame, and I love the way she's speaking. Listen to this.
What I'm trying to say here, I'm so livid at the moment about what's happening here, because as Eskom or Mr. Eskom, we don't understand what's happening, because we are paying, and as we are paying, they've never created an awareness and an explanation of the occasion of what's happening today. Today is so timid. It's so timid, and we said as black persons, Batupile, respect the elders. The elders are here. Is a senior citizen fighting another senior citizen for not understanding. You create a platform of anger. You create a platform of hatred, because all these senior citizens who are here, they want to understand their story. They came in numbers early in the mornings, but they were never been well attended of, and they go back again without noting what's the plan B. We are dispersing now with any knowledge. They know nothing. They don't understand nothing. Nothing has been created a platform of awareness as a black person. Eskom, you are a black person. Eskom, we feed you. Eskom, give us light, we'll give you respect.
Yeah, Buffett, yeah, no. Yeah, Okoko is quite right. I mean, they're going to leave that area without any help. Tomorrow is going to be the same thing. Tomorrow is going to be system is offline and everything. And I'm asking myself, why is it that these people cannot just employ people since the beginning of the year? Employ field rangers, foot soldiers, whatever you call them, meter setters, whatever. Give them any title, I don't care, so that they can go from township to township and do their work. You know, why is it that our government is so out connected with the public? I mean, look at all of those grannies in those queues, and just to hear the Minister of Electricity saying, "Listen, we don't have a choice. This is a technical issue. We have to change to this KRN as from the 24th." Let's listen to Jose Ramhope.
And then the second substantive briefing I want to give is the work that Eskom has been doing with regards to what we call the key revision number, KRN. So essentially, is the need for you to recode your meter. So I must say that Eskom has done tremendously well. They've gone out into the public domain. They've been doing this for the past 6 to 8 months, where they've been intensifying that messaging to the communities, at least in the past 3 months. And we know that, of course, there's a need for us to update this. So there's a timestamp on this prepaid meters. So the point I want to make is that it is up to the 25th. The 24th. The 24th, that's when the Sunday, that's when we are expected to ensure that everyone is recorded. Now, people are coming across and saying, no, but can you extend it? It's not extendable. That's the point I want to make. It's a technical issue. We can't extend it. So it's a hard stop. The 24th, if you have not recorded, then you are sitting with a different problem. So if you replenish your units based on the absolute system, then you can load them. And also, you're sitting with another problem. Is that now, when we recode, there's no need for us to substitute the meter. But beyond the 24th, we have to physically remove the meter, and that comes at a cost. It's a significant cost, and that cost must be borne by the consumer, because we have done everything possible. But I guess the bigger cost is that you won't have electricity. So it's not a function of whether you have the money or the means, but it's simply that the meter will not be able to accept those tokens. So I think it's important that we are able to do that. So the base date, 1993, is going to run out of range in 2024. That's a technical specification. Like I said, it's got a timestamp. It's ending on the 24th of November 2024. We can't extend it. It's a technical issue. There's very little we can do. But of course, Eskom can't be blamed for the extensive amount of work that the team has done. And we're intensifying that. And the team has been intensifying it. But we thought we must lift it at this level so that there's an appreciation. I do anticipate that come the 25th, there'll be people lining up, protesting, expressing grievance. We are saying that we still have another 4 days to do this exercise. And Eskom has overextended itself to accommodate the households. We know where the concentration of the people who have not updated is geographically. So we're going to allocate resources relative to the concentration of what is outstanding so that we're able to address this. So Eskom will stop dispensing the KRN1 electricity tokens, thus making the meters will be inactive from that time. So it's important that we have that appreciation. So if a customer meter has not been recorded to KRN2, which is a new generation now going into the future, just accept that your tokens will not be accepted and purchased.
Yeah, since 1993 till today, and now he's really admitting that, listen, over the past 3 months, Eskom is blah, blah. Listen, over the past 6 months, it's not enough. How many households are there? How many prepaid meter boxes are there in South Africa? You can't expect those numbers. You cannot expect that the people, you would have reached everyone. Some of us, our ward councillor was nagging on us on our WhatsApp group and everything. We are fortunate to have that information on our disposal. But some people simply don't have that type of information. And as long as this thing is still working, again, you know how Bukoko are. So I want to plead with my South African people, please go and assist them, because it is an easy, just entering the code and everything. Go and assist and check your neighbors if they are okay. Lapekasi, check your grandmothers, check everybody if they have done it. post it on the WhatsApp group. I'm sure it's circulating right now. We only have a few days, 4 days left now. Many people, it's going to be a disaster. And like he's saying, he's already foreseeing that Monday people will be striking. Yeah, they will be striking because you did not give them ample time. And this thing, is it a dog that, a pit bull that we must be so scared of that it cannot be reset? They cannot reset this thing to say it must push for another 1 month. What is so technical that cannot be reset? The technology cannot be reset. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I mean, maybe we're speaking out of ignorance because we don't know what actually they mean there. But for me, it cannot be. You cannot tell me that you cannot reset technology. If my antivirus is expiring on the 30th, I mean, there's someone that can do something to extend it for 5 days, or there's someone that can do something, man. I don't know. You guys tell me if I'm crazy or not, but that's the news I'm bringing you guys today. I mean, I heard on the news that people were sitting there since 4 a.m. Some of them were there since 11 p.m. last night. What nonsense is that? No, man. No. It's wrong. It's wrong. Okay, let me close with the issue of the Secretary General of the MK political party, Floyd Shivambu, carrying a gun. Hey, Banna. Floyd, what's going on? What's going on? The culture of KwaZulu-Natal is already in you. You know, in KwaZulu-Natal, this is normal. In KwaZulu-Natal, it's normal. People can say whatever they want. Carrying a gun in KwaZulu-Natal is normal. It's normal. And the abnormal has become normal in KwaZulu-Natal. It is accepted. Now, my issue is, if I'm going to go to a church and I'm a church leader, if I'm going to go to a political gathering and I'm a politician, who is it that I'm fearing for me to carry? I mean, what are you paying the security for? Do you think you'll have time to pull that gun out when your assassination is due? Do you think you'll have time to draw that pistol? And what do you think you're going to do, Floyd? Because you'll be rolling on the ground. There's nothing. I mean, there's leaders that I understand why they will be carrying and everything. And I'm talking about serious leaders, about Ibrahim Traore, with more than eight attempts at his life, you know. And it's African people, African people, such an excellent leader, and they are trying to assassinate him Gaddafi style. So for me, I don't agree with this thing. It shows me that there's a level of unsureness, a level of unhealthy environment there in KwaZulu-Natal. I know, man, it's disappointing. It's disappointing. Floyd is carrying now in meetings. Is caring. I mean, there was a time where Jacob Zuma was speaking about this issue of MK members carrying weapons, and he was not happy with it because it intimidates other people. For me, how do we talk with you? You are armed. You are armed. Man. What the security is there? What is my fate? I don't know. Sometimes, these politicians leave this thing in the car. Stop showing off. Maybe it's a new car, but I would like to continuously thank you guys for supporting us at the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. There is no progress from the last progress I showed you guys. Foundation was made, but it was raining. It was raining in Kimberley. So I'll show you guys progress when progress is ready. But what we are trying to do is to build a Pan-African school for our children. I mean, we're sick and tired of talking and complaining, waiting for the government to do this, complaining about Orania, complaining about those things. We don't want to be asked the question is, what did you do in your time? So in our time, we are building the Pan-African School. We call it the Paseta. Paseta is a city. Paseta is going to be a big movement. And I told you guys last week that, yesterday, that we announced, we appointed the Paseta president, Mr. Ntojane. Ntate Ntojane, we appreciate him. and the type of expertise that he's bringing, the type of energy that he's bringing in Lesotho. I mean, Lesotho, they are so blessed to have a leader like him. So we'll be working hand in hand with him to further develop his team and make sure. So the Lesotho people, let me see you on the comment section, wishing Taten Tojane, the best luck for the mission that they have there in Lesotho. Lesotho is around here in South Africa, so I'll be seeing myself in Lesotho quite a few times, helping them to develop that school there in Lesotho once land is allocated. So thank you so much for everyone who's supporting. You are making it easy for us to do what we need to do. It's December right now. There's people that must work on site. There's people that must have duties. Don't forget to send that December package for the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. And I thank you in advance as you are including us, 20 rand, 50 rand, 100 rand, 1,000 on your December budget. Thank you so much. And those who don't afford, those who don't work, I can understand, but in January, February. Remember again, we're having our fundraiser event, the Paseta launch on the 2nd and 3rd of April. Be ready for that, budget for that, make sure that you save so that you can come to Kimberley, come to the Northern Cape and see how beautiful this province is. Don't waste any more time. And our contact details are there. Our website is www.paseta.co.za. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for everything that you are doing and supporting this channel. We are hitting that 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace and Pan-Africanism. I salute you.